Those Canadian wildfires are creating dangerous air quality still in parts of America. Forecasters are warning this smoke could return to New York later today. And right now in Minnesota, there is an air quality alert until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. It is so bad, in fact, in Minneapolis that the parks have canceled outdoor events. As of 6 p.m. last night, St. Paul had the worst air quality in the U.S. Meteorologist Paul Douglas is with us now. He's in the Twin Cities. Thanks for being with us, Paul. I think you and I's paths never crossed when we were both in Minneapolis. Your tenure was much longer than mine there. It's nice to talk to you this morning. Smoky air, how bad is it?
It's getting better out there. We're breathing a little bit easier. And good morning, Marni. And yes, I remember you from your Fox 9 days. Welcome to NewsNation. Great to have you there.
Thank you.
Yesterday was the worst I've ever seen it. I've been tracking weather as a meteorologist for 40 years. We've never had air quality as bad as it was yesterday. Put this into perspective. Of the 15 most polluted cities on the planet, air pollution, Minnesota had 6 of those yesterday, which is unheard of. Normally the air is clean, the visibility is unlimited. But again, what happens in Canada doesn't stay in Canada. And unprecedented early summer fires taking the toll in terms of air quality. And it was bad to the point where it wasn't just sensitive groups, people with asthma. Everybody was complaining about the air quality yesterday. And again, as far as we can tell, the worst on record here in the Twin Cities.
Yeah, so you're studying the data, and it's so bad that you can see it, you can smell it, you can taste it. I mean, you almost can feel it, right? It envelops you. Yeah. What are some of the readings showing right now, not just in the cities, but really the entire northern part of the state?
It's getting better in the northern part of Minnesota, the worst of the plume, the thickest smoke now, passing over Chicago and Detroit. The air quality index still anywhere from 100 to 200. It's bad, but it's not as bad as it was yesterday. It's not as bad as New York experienced about a week and a half ago. There were some AQI reports as high as 400, which is off the scale, hazardous. This is today's forecast from NOAA, right through the evening hours, showing, and everything in red is intense smoke, the thickest smoke, and now pushing towards the Great Lakes and the Ohio Valley. So again, it's a little bizarre that this Canadian flow, this wind coming out of the northwest, is pushing this smoke across the northern tier of the U.S. Unusual for mid-June. And I think you were reporting, Marni, on those severe storms, the tornadoes for the Gulf Coast, Florida, Texas. That's unheard of in mid-June. That's more typical of March and April. And what I think is going on is El Nino is kicking in during an El Nino warm phase of the Pacific. It's stormy over the southern U.S., the Gulf Coast, and it tends to be drier and warmer for the northern tier, including Chicago, Twin Cities, Boston, and Canada. And again, keep in mind, Canada saw a record heat wave in May. It was in the 90s, and it dried out vegetation, dried out the forests, and then you have a few cloud-to-ground lightning strikes, and the result, these conflagrations, hundreds of fires, to the point now where Canada, I think, is waiting for most of these to burn themselves out.
Right.
And the question is, how long is this smoke going to hang on? I think it's going to be a very smoky summer for most of the United States. I don't see any major change in the pattern. It's El Nino, it's forest management. You know, you can't do these prescribed burns ahead of time across much of Canada. And keep in mind, I think Canada has more forest land, more trees than any country on earth, even more than the Amazon. So at some point, in spite of best intentions, Canadian officials can only do so much and just hope and pray that Mother Nature will put out the fires and they'll get some rain. But there just hasn't been that much rain over the northern tier of the U.S. and much of Canada. Hopefully that will change.
Mother Nature to blame, but Mother Nature may be the savior in the end. Paul Douglas, good to see you. Thanks for coming on this morning. These big fires have impacts across the country, and it's better to know and understand more about why it's happening. Worse before it gets better is what I'm hearing from you. Take care. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.